Hello and welcome to the wisdis-ease release show. This is Joyce Odidison, and I'm so excited that you're here with me today. And today I want to talk about releasing those dis-ease related thoughts that set into our minds, and you're just feeling uncomfortable. You're just not feeling yourself, and you know something is going on, but you just don't know what thought is keeping you up and what thought is keeping you in this state of unease or dis-ease rather in yourself. And that's what I want us to talk about today. So you may be having thoughts about something. You may just be feeling that sense of dis-ease within yourself. You're starting to get headaches. You're starting to get migraines. You're starting to get tummy ache. And some people, they get heartburn. Some people get stomach upset. And your body is uneasy. You're feeling the tension maybe at the back of your neck and your shoulders. And all those things that set in when we're carrying around dis-ease thoughts in our mind, thoughts that are generating feelings of dis-ease in our body. So you see, what happens is when we have those thoughts, we don't take time to breathe in the way we should. So our breath we're tensed up. We're not filling our lungs with the air that we should because we're feeling tense. We're feeling uncomfortable. There is that sense of unease around us and lack. One of the things that tend to bring a lot of the dis-ease feeling is lack. And this morning in my journal, I was journaling around that, and it came to my mind a sense of lack, not having enough or not having as much as others, or feeling that sense that others are ahead of you or they're getting more than you. And it was so, I was reading a verse, and then I was doing some meditation and then journaling on it, and it came up how much time we spend in that feeling of lack, almost as if our inheritance is going to pass us. And that is so untrue, right? This is a trick of our mind, of the enemy, trying to keep us so focused on what we don't have that we tend to find ourselves in a state of dis-ease about what we're lacking, and look what others have and we don't have it, and will we ever, and all those thoughts. And I look back on how many years I spend in that space, and just really, to me, it was like, wow, please forgive me for wasting so many years there, not realizing that the blessings were there. It's mine. I could take it. This is my inheritance. It's there for me. And when we spend time in that place of lack, we start having those feelings of dis-ease, and we start having all kinds of things, right? Some of us eat, right? We go to overeat, we go to food, we go to anger, we go to conflict, we go through, disharmony, just so many things that come up from that sense of dis-ease that set in our bodies and our mind based on our thoughts. So today I want us to think about how to take our minds back, because sometimes you're not even aware of how it creeps in and how it comes up, and you find yourself just stuck in that place, and you don't even realize the thoughts that come with it until you're there and you're wondering, why am I just not feeling myself? Why is my day not going the way I want to? Why is why do I feel like my time is running out and I won't have enough time? And those are all symptoms of it, all symptoms of that whole sense of lack. And those are coming from those disquieting thoughts that we're letting into our mind, and it comes back to that belief system, right? And so when we, earlier when I talk about, and if you've listened to any of the previous shows, I talk about the disease model, the wisdis-ease model, is based on the fact that thoughts are like raindrops. They will fall, they will come in, just like the raindrops fall from the sky, the thoughts will fall into our minds. And we really have no control over them. What we have control over is which thoughts we collect, which thoughts we think of, we ponder on, let grow and collect. And thoughts are very interesting because once we start collecting the thoughts, it accumulates. Just like when you start, the rain is falling and you put a bucket out there to catch rainwater. Well, all of a sudden it starts filling up, and sooner or later that bucket of water is going to be filled, and it's going to start overflowing and spilling over, and it's the same with our thoughts. It will continue to grow. So once we harbor a thought in a particular area, that aligns with a particular belief system, more similar thoughts will come. And the thoughts will spurn other thoughts and other thoughts. It just grows like wildfire, right? And so the thoughts will continue to accumulate and generate new thoughts, all in the same lane of thinking based on the same belief system. So it's very important for us to ask ourselves, what's the belief system? What is this based on? Where is it coming from? How am I aligning with it? And how true is it, right? Where is that belief system coming from? What's the foundation for that thought is always going to be a belief system. So for instance, if you don't have a belief system similar to having a pail or bucket that you use to catch the rainwater, then it won't accumulate. It will just fall, and it will wash away, and it will run off, and then well, there was rain, everything is clean, it's good. But thoughts will come into our mind. If thoughts don't come into our mind, then our mind isn't working well, right? If it's not sifting, if thoughts aren't sifting through our minds, then something is wrong with our minds. So thoughts have to come. It's part of being healthy, is having thoughts through our mind, and start of having a good functioning mind is to have good thoughts come. But critical thinking is the ability to question our thoughts. It's the ability to say, where is that thought coming from? What am I not looking at when I harbor this thought? When I let this thought grow, what am I missing? What other perspective am I missing? What belief system am I holding on to that's a foundation for this thought? And if this belief system is part of my makeup, then what am I missing? What am I not seeing? What am I preventing myself? What's the roadblock that I've put up with this belief system? What am I not opening myself to? What am I missing as I continue to hold on to this belief system? Is it true for me? Is it the best belief system for me right now? What's the evidence that's supporting this belief system and that's saying that it is the best for me right now? Is there another belief system that I should be holding on to? Is it time to shift? Is it time to expand this belief system? Or is it time to completely, put it away and develop a new belief system? All of those things, right? So our thoughts would limit us. So the belief system that we hold will limit us. So when we say that the thoughts are limiting, it's really the belief system that limits us. Because it makes us it gives us either a closed or an open mindset. So if our mindset is closed because of our belief system to a particular thing, then we won't have a growth mindset towards in that area. And so we might find ourselves blocked and not wanting to move beyond a particular stage or growth. And many times we struggle with things in our life. We get to a certain stage and people, clients will say to me, I find myself in a cycle, Joyce. I just keep coming back this way. I keep being here all the time and I just can't move. I'm stuck at this stage. I move a little and I come back. And it's because we have a belief system that says, I can only stay in this realm. This is where I'm comfortable. I can't go beyond this realm. I'm not deserving to be in this realm. Because that belief system can hold us back from moving to where we need to. right? And some people have a belief system. They have a block about earning a certain particular income in their business or even having a particular lifestyle. Some people believe, I was born and nobody around me has moved to this, so this is where I belong, this is where I'm going to stay, and I can't move beyond that. And they don't even think about that. They just they're very satisfied with a little lot in life. And they don't realize that, we've been given an inheritance, and we can take as much of it as we want or as little of it as we want to. Right? That is our inheritance, and we can go through life. It's like, you have a baby and you're going to feed the baby, and you fill a bottle and you're going to feed the baby, and the baby just want a sip, and then it's fine, doesn't want any more. And you've got that whole bottle of milk and you're like, I have all your formula here, and you don't want to drink anymore, right? And it's like that, right? God is divine, and he's like, I've given you all this divine abundance and blessings in your life, right? I give you, there is the inheritance for you to have a good marriage. There's the inheritance for you to have a job that you excel at, that you have an excellent career, that you have great children. Your children, have great lives, and they grow up to be, fruitful and productive human beings. And I give you the inheritance for you to have good working relationships, a career that you love, that you excel at, that you have a business, and that you grow, and that your business grow and expand every year, and serve more people, and of course increase in income, and that you as a person have a bigger ability to serve more people on the planet. And all of that is there, but you have to choose how much of it you want. And sometimes we have thoughts in our minds, or a belief system rather, that's anchoring for thoughts, right? Anchoring certain thoughts that tell us, this is all we're gonna have. I guess this is my lot. This is where I'm supposed to be, or I'm quite comfortable here. I don't need anything else. And I found myself saying that once. I found myself saying to someone, I was quite okay being in my basement, but I can go right back in my basement doing my business, because I was quite happy being there. And I was like, that's bullshit. I am not going back to my basement. I have no desire to. I have no desire to work just facing the four walls and working in my basement. I love working outside of my home. I love it. I love getting up in the morning, getting dressed, and going out to work in my office and serving people, and serving more people, and have the capacity to serve even more people, and serve more people online with my business. And I thoroughly enjoy when people show up, come to a website and subscribe, and, be on a mailing list and reach out to be served. And that thrills me, especially when there are, people outside North America reach out. And I was like, wow, somebody reach out from South Africa, from India, from Asia, that to me, it's like, wow, what an amazing blessing to be able to provide services for people on a global scale, Australia or everywhere. And so, and I heard myself say that, and I was like, that is so lie. That is so not true. But where is that thought, and why would that even come out of my mouth? And somewhere there is a belief system that that's all I deserve. And I was like, I need to chase that belief system away, because it's not. It's absolutely not right. It's not right for me based on my gifting and the gifting of creation that I've been given to create more programs and products that I can ever sell or actually deliver in my lifetime. It's very, very important for me to grow my online presence and serve more people globally in a powerful way, because I could live 10 lifetimes and never be able to teach all the programs and products, incredible programs and products that I've been blessed and gifted to create. So I have a responsibility to share with the world. But when I hear myself, excusing that, oh, well, I can always go back to my basement. I can make a good living just working in my basement consulting. I was like, hell no, absolutely not. And so I heard myself starting to say stuff like that. And I had to go back and really uncover that belief system and coach myself out of that and start, rewriting who I am and who I was called to serve and why I was put on the planet and the gifting that I have and the ability. And I had to go back and really write myself a letter, right? In the future, Joyce, this is what you were called to do. And this is your this really is your assignment to serve people in a bigger, better way. And it took a while to retrain my brain and retrain my mind and to develop a different belief system. And that is so important. And this model is all part of the process of identifying and I use the Wiz model in looking at different areas where that came out and really working on myself. And I can tell you it works to get an understanding of why am I feeling this? Why am I saying this nonsense? Where is this thought coming from? And all of us have to go through that, right? You may find yourself, maybe it's an issue with your child, your adult child, your teenager, your little child, wherever where you find yourself, settling for less than you deserve. Settling for less and saying, well, or letting, pride come in and letting the enemy steal the things that are yours, right? So having someone misbehaving in your relationship and in a family member where the person is just not being the way they're supposed to be, and it's not right, you've searched yourself, okay, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? You've had a conversation, okay, let's deal with this. And there's still that roadblock. And to me, it's like, okay, I can be obstinate and say, well, to hell with you. I can be bothered. I don't need you. Or like, no, this is not right. So I'm going to put out the energy there that we are going to work it out. We're going to care for each other again. We're going to love each other. We're going to come back to a relationship of love and consideration and compassion for each other and engagement, because that is what's right, not because my pride set in and, what the heck, you can treat me that way. No, it's like, this is what I want. I want to be in a good, positive relationship with you. So I am going to put my mind right. And this is what I'm going to put in my mind every day. And those are the thoughts. So when the thought comes up that, I don't need you. I can't believe she did that. Or I can't believe he did that. And did he just ignore me? Or did he just treat me that way? Or is he just being rude or picking at me? Or so, you're like, no, you have to dismiss those thoughts when they come and listen. It's so easy though to get into that, defending yourself and get into arrogance and it's a battle and you're like, who am I fighting? This is my family. These are the people I want to have in my life. I choose to have in my life. So if there is a misunderstanding, and you just have to I claim a good, healthy relationship. I claim that. I believe I deserve that. And I am going to manifest. I'm going to declare that. And I'm going to bring thoughts of us doing things together, being kind to each other, being loving to each other, being generous to each other. I'm going to bring those thoughts and I'm going to start behaving in a manner to bring that into my life. And that's what you have to do, because otherwise, those dis-ease thoughts are going to keep you in a place of defensiveness and a place of retaliation. And as a conflict analyst, I have done so much of that with clients, moving them away from, okay, who is being hurt by this battle? Who is being hurt? Right? You have an adult child who's not getting along with you. You guys are butting heads about something, and you go toe to toe with that person. Well, as a parent, you deserve to be honored. You deserve to be respected. And you need to just look at that conflict and say, okay, that's a conflict that we could have, and I could probably even win and be right. But you know what? I deserve to be adored as a parent. I deserve to be honored. I deserve to be loved. And I am going to manifest that. And I'm going to treat you as if you're doing that until you get your senses together and start agreeing with me. So I am going to hold positive thoughts. And so we have to rewire that belief system to say, what do I deserve? And start thinking, I deserve. In your business, it's the same, right? In your business, do I deserve to move to the next level, right? Do I deserve to move from, from 6 figures to 7 figures to 8 figures, multiple? Where do I deserve to be in my business? And what do I need to rewire in my mind? What new belief systems and neural pathways do I need to now create? And what thoughts do I need to now hold to have the positive emotion to start seeing myself there and believing that that is where I'm supposed to be? Because those dis-ease thoughts are going to keep us in a place of want, in a place of lack, in a place of not good enough, not having enough, always wanting, always lacking. And that's what we draw more of in our life. And when we start seeing ourselves in a place of abundance, a place of attracting, a place of having enough and being entitled, being inherited, right? Being, you can look like, you have to ask yourself, right? If someone leaves you something, you inherited it, right? So it's your inheritance. We've inherited that blessing. It's there. And until we acknowledge that and say, yeah, it's my inheritance, I just need to step out and take it and be grateful for it and just be so blessed and bring thoughts in my mind that claim that abundance, that blessing, that good health, that good marriage, that good relationship, right? That ideal job, whatever it is, right? Because life is trials. And it's our mind is our weapon. Our mind is the only weapon we have against the challenges that will come up in life. And the only way we can control our mind is by identifying the feelings we're having. Because when I ask clients in the 25 years I've been working with clients, I ask, what are you feeling? Most people are like, they draw blank. They have no clue what they're feeling, right? What thoughts are coming up to their mind, pardon me. They don't know what they're thinking, rather. What thoughts are coming in your mind? What are you thinking? They look at me blank. But when I ask them what they're feeling, I'm sorry, I put that the other way. What are they feeling? They can tell you what they're feeling. I feel upset. I feel scared. So my job is to help them now clean that thoughts. And that's one of the things we do with the Emotional Cleanse program. And if you haven't taken that course, the Emotional Cleanse Challenge, you need to take that course. You need to connect with us at joyceodidison.com or go into my group, Live Well, Work Well, Play Well, and get into that cleanse challenge for the 30 days and really cleanse your emotions, because then we can start to identify and isolate what are you feeling. And if you're feeling that, what thoughts are generating that feeling? What thoughts are feeding that feeling? And by then we now have a clear idea of the thoughts that are impacting that feeling, and then we can ask the question, what is the belief system? Because when we don't, we're going to end up taking actions and ending up with results as related to the thoughts we're having, to the feelings we're having, but not realizing that those feelings are generated by our thoughts and our belief system. And so we have to uncover that first to find that journey, reverse engineer that journey, and then stand up for who we are, what we believe, and to claim our inheritance from those thoughts of dis-ease that can set in and really take away the things that we're desiring, the things that we need to have. And it's one thing, we can desire those things, but we can be stuck in a different belief system that's very different from our desires. So a belief system of lack can be very, very profound and can counteract our desire for certain things. Desire is different from belief, right? I can desire certain things and still believe that I shouldn't have them. Do you understand that, right? So desire doesn't replace belief. They can coexist and be very different. They can be opposite. They can be very opposite and coexist. So we have to really be clear on what is our desire and what is our belief system, because we can have a battle going on where we have a belief of something and a different belief system for one thing and a desire for another thing. And so the disconnect can be happening in our minds, and as a result our desires will never be fulfilled because our belief system are counteracting our desires. And over again we have to come back. What is the emotion and what is the belief system that's there? And how do we understand the belief system? Because usually when we tell people what's your belief system, they just look at us blank. They're like, what do you mean my belief system? I believe I am who I am, right? And so the belief system is hidden in our subconscious. We're it's those unconscious beliefs we hold on to, those unconscious alliances that we have. And when we don't know what that is, they're driving us. That which we don't know drives us. So when we go back to what are we feeling, people can tell you clearly, oh, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. And then from there, we can go back, what thoughts are anchoring to that? What are you thinking about that belief? When you feel that way, what thoughts are you having? What thoughts are you having around that? Now they can tell you what thoughts they're having around that. And now we can ask, well, what belief system? What is making you agree with that thought? And that's where the light bulb really comes in for clients. That's where the real work comes in, because now they know, this is what resonates with that. And this is not true, but why do I believe that? Right? And sometimes we're wired so crazily that our desires are so different from our belief system, and understanding that and then realigning our desires to our belief system is such a powerful strategy for moving forward successfully in your life, in your business, as an entrepreneur, as a pioneer professional, wherever you're, as a leader. Really moving and aligning your belief system with your desires. That is just huge, and it makes that's when you really start activating your brilliance and activating the miracles and really tapping into your inheritance, because it's there for your taking. What a blessing. What a magical, mysterious world, a reality we live in. And our minds are so complex and our reality is so complex, and it's such a joy that God has given us wisdom to unravel it. We have that divine inspiration that unravels all of these mysteries so we can start living our life in a more fuller and meaningful way. Is such an amazing blessing. So I want to empower you today to think about releasing the dis-ease in your mind so you can align your belief systems with your desires. And I look forward to sharing with you again as we go through this coming week on really dismissing the dis-ease from our life and our minds so we can live a fuller, richer life. This is Joyce Edison, and if you want to see this model in practice, you will join one of my upcoming coaching sessions. I am offering free coaching session on the wisdis-ease model. It's the wisdis-ease release process. You will see it in action live with me coaching people on Thursday, August 8th. We have a 7 p.m. coaching session coming up, and we also have one coming up on August 9th, and that's going to be around midday, and that will be for individuals who are in the workplace. So exciting times, so much happening, so much in this whole mystery of unraveling our mind and our work. So go over to Joyce to interpersonal wellness services, right? So interpersonal-welness.com is our website, and go ahead, click the link you will see there for the upcoming coaching. Book your wisdis-ease coaching session. It's a free coaching session. This is the month of August, and it's my birthday month, and my birthday is coming up next week, but I celebrate the whole month by giving away opportunities for people to see some of my models in action. And every year I always put out something new and something powerful. And the Wiz model has been around for over a decade. We've put thousands of people through it all across the world. People have trained and used and become certified to use Wiz. And now we come out with I've taken the wisdis-ease release model. It's a next level of looking at the stress and this that's causing diseases in our bodies. As we look at going further into improving wellness, it is a higher calling for me as I take Wiz to the next level. And there's so much in this model to take, and we'll see what comes up in the next few years as we learn more about the whole wellness improvement system concept and how we grow with it. So go ahead, book in your session, join me. I'll be coaching live, so bring your dis-ease, your your challenging thoughts and your belief system, and let's uncover and discover together as we realign our minds to align with our desires, so we can tap into our inheritance and activate our brilliance on this planet to serve in a bigger, better way. Joyce Odidison here. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Take care and be well. Bye now.